as well, and I hope you can hear me. Do type in the chat if you can't, but hopefully we'll all be okay. As you can see, Natalie is with me today. She's in the comments. So if you've got any questions while I'm going through, rather than me having to keep looking at them, Nat's there ready to answer any questions you may have. So if you do have any, just pop them in the text box, and Natalie will answer those for you. Just to say, if you did join me last month, you'll remember, just to say, if you do hear a dog barking in the background, that is Bella saying hello. The postman hasn't arrived yet this morning, unfortunately, so you may hear her. But I have hidden myself in a room with the door shut, so hopefully if she is saying hello to the postman, you won't hear her too much. But just to warn you that may happen during this morning. Just a quick roundup as like last month, we'll just go through a few things with Crystal. Obviously, we're still in the throes of this very, very strange situation, and we hope you're all well. I wanted to start today with just a little reminder of the team. So just in case you've forgotten what we look like, here we are. This is the team that are currently helping you from home on marketing product reservations. So just to run through, top right, that's me, for those of you who haven't met me, and that's Bella, the little Jack Russell, which you may hear later on if the postman arrives. Next to me on the left, top left, that's Laura, lovely Laura. So she's in our res team, so she's working from home. I thought you might like to have a sneak peek at everybody's home offices. Bottom left, you'll all hopefully know Margaret. Margaret's our head of reservations, and that's her there. Next to her, so moving right along the bottom, is Jenna. Jenna's in our res team, and I know most of you will have spoken to her as well. Vicky in the middle there on the bottom, again in our res team, and handles all our administration as well. Does a sterling job with that. And then last but not least, lovely Nat in the bottom right hand corner. So Nat is our product manager, and she is who is helping this morning and answering all your questions in the chat box. So if you do have any, just drop them in there. And then next, introduce you to the fairy members of the team. So we have Bella. Bella invaded my desk last week, so she's in the top right. She wanted to have a look at what I was doing. We've got Peggy on the left-hand side at the top. This is Nat's cat. She is apparently brainstorming, but we think she's sleeping on the job. And then we have a new fairy member of the team, bottom left, with Margaret. That's Millie. She joined the team recently. And then you've got some sleeping Bellas at the bottom, and Peggy as well. So, moving on, let's move on to Crystal news, and lots to tell you about. So, just to make sure you're all updated, as you know, there are not many, if any, ships currently sailing in the world at the moment, which is a very sad thing, but something that has to be done. So just to update you and make sure that you're aware of where we are at Crystal. So as I like to say, we're just on pause for now. Crystal Ocean, so Crystal Cruises, so that's your Symphony and your Serenity sailings. They have all been cancelled up until the end of June, with the exception of the 26th of June on Serenity. That is still currently live. Obviously, as every company is at the moment, we're assessing on a daily basis. So there may be further news on that coming, I don't know. But at the moment, that's how that sits for Crystal Cruises. For Crystal River Cruises, all voyages until the end of June have been cancelled as well. And that's all of the ships in their entirety. And Crystal Yacht Cruises have also been cancelled up until the end of June. On the Crystal website, the .co.uk website, they have a great advisory section actually, and that is updated in real time. So do just keep popping onto there and having a look if you have got questions, or you're looking at what we've cancelled and where we are. It's all split out into sections as well. So there's a breaking news section at the top, which is the very latest thing that's been announced, and then down the left hand side it's all broken down in terms of product experience, and you can see all the different dates there. So perfect, thanks Nat. There's the link for everybody. So that's a great thing to just keep checking in with if you've got any questions or your guests have got any questions. For Crystal Endeavour, so last month we had the news that the shipyard had closed, obviously, as with everything around the world, because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, but we didn't have any news on Endeavour. This month we have had to delay Endeavour, just because of the fact that the yard has been closed, and we don't know how long that will impact into the build of Endeavour. So currently she's been cancelled up until the end of October. So her new maiden voyage will be the 14th of November. So it will be Tasman and Fjords of New Zealand cruise. It was supposed to be the 10th of August for anyone that didn't know when we were supposed to be launching. So it's just been pushed back a little bit, and that's the new maiden voyage for that. So still very exciting, still coming out, but just a little bit later than planned. So Crystal Confidence. So again, last month we went through this. This is something that Crystal launched as all of this was going on, just to give a little bit more peace of mind and confidence for people to book for later on in this year if they do want to travel. So that was launched towards the end of March, beginning of April. They have made some slight changes to it as of the 1st of May. So I just wanted to run through that with you again. So in terms of deposits, so usually deposits with Crystal are 25%. They have changed now to a flat £382 per person for all voyages across all experiences. So this is just for 2020 departures. For 2021 and beyond, they remain as is, the 25% deposit. But this is for anybody wanting to travel this year, looking to travel maybe October, November time, later on, bit of winter sunshine. And there are people out there that do still want to travel and want to get things booked in. So that's that for deposits. Balanced due dates, slightly different for ocean and then for the rest of the experiences. So for all existing and new ocean bookings for 2020, final payment is 130 days prior to the first day of the holiday. So not necessarily just the cruise. If you've got hotels, it would apply to the hotel. And that is for voyages of 13 days or less. It's 160 days for voyages 14 to 21 days. And 190 days for all voyages 22 days or longer. For river, yacht and expedition is 130 days regardless of the length of the cruise. That's just a flat number of days for those experiences. Again, this is all on the website. Thank you, Nat, for putting that up there, so you can click onto that link. But again, just go back to that advisory section. It's got everything on there. And then the cancellation policy. So guests can cancel up to 7 days prior to the first day of service, so the first day of their holiday, and they'll receive 100% future cruise credit, which they can use on any Crystal experience right through until the end of 2022. So that just gives them a little bit more peace of mind that they can still have their money and use that towards another cruise should they wish to cancel. But any questions, look at that link on the website or just drop us an email and we'll be happy to help. Some good news. So Crystal River Cruises, the whole fleet received a Green Award certification this month, which is fantastic. There's only 3 river cruise lines that have this. So as far as I'm aware, AMA, A Rosa and ourselves. So it's all about how we're looking after the environment, how we're processing things, and the processes and procedures that we have in place to make sure that we are ticking all those boxes and making sure that we adhere to all the rules and regulations and making sure that we don't impact the places that we are sailing to. So you can have a look online. It's called the Green Award. You can have a look at what that entails. But really lovely news in this time that we have this, and that's something we can certainly shout about. Crystal at Home. I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, but Crystal have launched Crystal at Home. It's a virtual cruise experience. So every week there's a different thing every day that will remind you and your guests of Crystal and what you can enjoy on board. So it starts on Monday with Storyteller Monday. So this is Crystal going back through their back catalogue of podcasts which they produce with their guest lecturers on board. Some really lovely chats with the cruise directors on there. So, and it's a new one each week, but the whole back catalogue is available on YouTube and also on the Crystal Insider blog as well. So on to Tuesday's Pantry Prep. So every Sunday we have live cooking with John Ashton. He's actually a British chef, but he's made his name and fame in the US. So funnily enough, we don't really know him, but he's very well known in the US. and he started working with us last year. So he does a live cooking demonstration on a Sunday. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon for those folk in Miami, but for us over here it's 8 o'clock in the evening. But on Tuesdays they announce the recipe and what he's going to be cooking, so you can get ready, you can get your ingredients. Natalie's baked along with him. She made Easter cookies, and she also made schnitzel last week. So Nat's our resident cook, and she's checking out those recipes. Wellness Wednesday, a Pilates instructor who sails with Crystal will go through a little bit of light exercise and relaxation for everybody on a Wednesday on Crystal's Facebook. Thirsty Thursday, that's introducing, as you can probably guess, a nice that is not your schnitzel. Nah, it's not. No, that's his apparently. I should have put yours on actually next time. Thirsty Thursday is cocktails, which is always welcome. Lots of nice recipes. Every week as well, I should mention, they follow they choose a port of call around the world, and everything during that week is around that destination. So this week at the moment we're in the UK actually. So the recipe on Sunday is scones and lemon curd. We've got some whiskey cocktails on Thursday, so look out for those. Friday nights at the Galaxy. This is really nice. They're bringing back some well-known, well-loved artists that have performed in the Galaxy on board, and they're doing some live and pre-recorded entertainment for everybody. So again, it's a bit of a late one for the UK, but if you're on a virtual cruise, who cares? It's about 11 o'clock in the evening on a Friday night. Sail Away Saturday. This is encouraging people to share their memories of Crystal, hashtag Crystal Family, and this is just a nice way to bring our community back together. And then, as I said, on Sundays you've got Cooking with John. Just a little bit of inspiration for everybody. These are my favourite cruises. I was going through the presentation thinking, what shall I put in? And I thought I was going to go with some of my favourites for 2021. So we've started with the Seychelles. And this is a round-trip Marhead cruise on the 24th of January. As many of you will know, Crystalised is in the Seychelles throughout the winter season, so January to March every year. But I just picked this one as one of my favourites. Just to give you an idea of the costings, most of the cruises are the same cost, or around the same cost, and the same itineraries, sometimes with a little change, but that's a really nice itinerary. For somebody that just wants a little bit of winter sunshine, a bit more active, that's a really nice opportunity. Then we're back onto Symphony, so back onto Crystal Cruises with a really nice April sailing. Picked this one because it's just after my birthday. It was a really nice itinerary. I think next year probably people will stay a little bit closer to home. So this is a really nice little med cruise. Really nice iconic cities there for people to go and have a look at and explore, and maybe just feel a bit safer if they're travelling in Europe rather than a little bit further afield. But a really nice lead-in price on that one as well, 2184 per person cruise only for that 7-night sailing. And then River. I love the Crystal River product. It's probably one of my favourites. But I've just picked this Basel to Amsterdam on Crystal Bark, so June next year. Again, a 7-nighter. Really nice itinerary. You've got an overnight in Amsterdam, you've got an overnight in Koblenz, and you're leading in at just over £4,000 per person cruise only. With Crystal Rivers, just to say, we do include pretty much everything: shore excursions, transfers, all your food, your wine, your drinks. So there are a number of optional shore excursions that you can pay for, but there are plenty that are included. So you can literally step off a Crystal River ship with a zero balance at the end of your cruise. So moving on to Knowledge Crystalised. So this is our training program, our program that engages with you and gives us the opportunity to see you as much as possible. So on to our events. So just for a date for your diary, our next webinar will be the 7th of June at 10:30. We have planned, as many of you will know, a number of face-to-face events this year around the country. We don't know, if I'm honest, if these are going to happen. I am looking at alternatives at the moment, because your health and safety and that of our team has to come first. So it may not be possible to do as many, or if any, this year. We will be doing something. So like I said, I am looking at alternatives. Oh, is it Kathy? Did I get that wrong? Okay, it's the first Thursday, whichever date that is, of June. That's the webinar. It will be the first Thursday of the month. So we are looking at alternatives for the events. So do keep up to date with these webinars on our social feeds, and we'll let you know as soon as possible what we're going to do with those. We do want to see you. We want to give you the opportunity to see our team, to talk about Crystal, and to train you. So as soon as I've got more details, I'm working on that at the moment, I will let you know. So I thought I'd just go through some home learning opportunities for you while you're at home, just to keep on top of Crystal and learn all about our wonderful experiences. So we do have training modules on OTT. I know a lot of you will have already taken those, but they are there. There is a module on ocean, a module on river, and a module on yacht and expedition. Once you've completed all three, if you send us your certificate, we'll pop a bar of chocolate in the post, and you can have a little cup of tea and a celebration at completing that. But that's at crystalcruisestraining.co.uk. It's part of the OTT platform. On our YouTube channel, back in March, our sales team recorded some bite-sized training webinars, so just like these, but a little bit shorter, and they focused in on different aspects of both the ocean and the river experience. So they really kind of drilled down into the dining, into the, what makes us so different, just so that you can tap in and take one as and when you've got some time. So if you just go onto YouTube and search the cruise portfolio, they will come up, and they're all on there, as well as all of these. These are all recorded, so if you want to go back and see any of these, they're on there as well. We do also have a blog, so we have lots of first-hand experiences from the team. So whenever we're on the ships, the team write down what they've been doing, what they've had experiences in, because we all go on cruises differently. We all experience different things, so we always put those on there. We also have our focus sailings. We've also got inspiration for you and your clients on there as well. We focus in on different things, different aspects of the cruising experience. So you might find that they're really useful to answer some of your questions or some of your clients' questions as well. And if you don't get our emails, make sure you sign up to those. We've got lots of different training aspects going out at the moment. We've got lots of fun stuff that we're working on, lots of inspirational bits that you can hopefully inspire you and you can share with your guests as well. So if you don't get those, just email us at sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk and we can add you onto the list. So just a couple of ideas maybe to inspire your guests and engage them while we're going through this very strange situation. We've got lots of video. So Crystal have a great YouTube channel. There's amazing destination videos. There's a really good masterclass series on river. What makes river so different? We've really gone behind the scenes and looked at, the dining aspect, the destinations, what really makes us so different. So they're really lovely to share with your guests. If you've got guests that are looking at Crystal and saying, why are they so different? There's some really nice video to share. And then also on there, as I said before, you'll see the Crystal at Home videos. So the cooking demonstrations are all on there, the Friday nights at the Galaxy and the weekly yoga. Why not send them out? Give your guests something to do and to think about, and some new skills, and looking at different destinations to look at when we're allowed to travel again. We have so many amazing images, and I'm sure you do, so why not send them out to your guests and jazz up their desktops as well as your own? They're all probably working from home as well, and they're all probably bored at staring at the same screen as I am. So you could suggest that they jazz up their desktop, send them out a new image. If you want some Crystal images, let us know. We've got lots, and we've been picking out some lovely ones for desktops and Zoom backgrounds. So just drop us an email and we can send them over. And it's a great opportunity for you to share your stories. I know I'm probably telling you all what you know already, but it's lovely now especially to share your stories of where you've been, share your photos and your video, and just inspire people, so that next time, when they're ready to travel, they ring you and say, where do you think I should go next? And you can say, well, actually, this is where you should go, and this is why. If we've missed anything, we are trying really hard to think of things that will help you and give you the opportunity to talk to your guests. But if there's something that you need, something specific, do you have a question that really needs answering, just drop us an email, sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk, and Nat and I will be very happy to help with anything that you need at the moment. Like I said, we're trying to think about what you need, but if there is something specific, we'd be more than happy to do that for you, whether it be images, Facebook graphics, particular cruises. Just drop us an email and we'll be very happy to help. Just quickly, we still have our virtual event offer. So I know a lot of you had to cancel your events that you have planned for this time of year, but Crystal have extended their event offer. It's up to $300 per person on board credit, but you can use that as an incentive if you wanted to hold a virtual event, if you wanted to do a Zoom drinks party, or you wanted to do something on your social platforms. We can give that across to you as an incentive to book. So again, just email us and we can get in touch with you and sort that out for you. But that's a nice way, and we have had a few people doing that. A nice way to engage with your guests. Have a virtual afternoon tea or a virtual happy hour, and just a way to engage with people. Just to go through our latest brochures, you'll all know what we've got, hopefully. Coming up, I am working on the 2022 Ocean Atlas and also the 2021 River Atlas. It may be that they're digital for now, and we'll print when we're back to a little bit of normality. But that's the two that are coming up. But we do have 2020 Ocean, 2021 Ocean already. We've got our World Cruise brochures. We've also got River for this year, and Esprit and Endeavour. So if you need some for when we're back to normal, just again drop us an email and we can log that for when BP are back up and running. Just a quick one to say, if you can help us to help you, that would be amazing. Our reservations team are working so hard to help you guys at the moment with everything that's going on. It's really challenging for everybody, and they are trying to work as quickly as possible to get through to everybody. We are working on email only at the moment, so this is just a little request that if you can include as much information in your emails as possible, that would be really greatly appreciated by the team. So just there, it's just differentiating existing bookings. If you can just include the guest name, ship name, booking reference, and the date, that would be really useful just to help them locate that booking more quickly. And then for new inquiries, just the basic information that will help us quote you more effectively. So the grade of accommodation you're looking for, is it solo, is it double, is it triple, do you need flights and transfers? If they have a future cruise credit, that's a vital one as well. That just helps with the calculations. And if they have any special requests, also if you have the dates of birth for the guests on a new inquiry, that really helps. Just helps the team locate if they're a past passenger. That's all we need that for. And also just to say that they are working really hard to answer you on the same day, but if you can allow 48 hours, that would be appreciated, just so that they can work through those. But they say thank you to everybody for your patience, and they are working really hard across the board to get things to you as soon as possible. So just to wrap up, these are our social media platforms. So here's the link again for the advisory for Crystal, so the COVID-19 advisory, but we're across all platforms, so ourselves and Crystal. So if you search the Cruise Portfolio, you'll get us. So that's across Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We've got the blog, and we're on YouTube. And then Crystal, again, are across all different platforms as well. And you can search those. Instagram also has Crystal River Cruises specifically as well, which is really nice. And just to end, I thought I'd end, as it's Thursday and it's bank holiday week, I thought I'd end with a cocktail. So this is one for you tonight to try. We do put out a cocktail hour recipe every Friday at 4 o'clock on our social, so that's an incentive in itself to follow us, I hope. But this is a rum swizzle from Jamaica, so if you wanted to enjoy that this afternoon or this evening, there's the recipe. And that's it from me. I went slightly over the 15 minutes. If you do have any questions, do ask us. And as Nat has just said, drop us an email, sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk. Nat and I are here 5 days a week. So if you need anything, just drop us a line. And I hope everyone's okay. Thank you. Thanks, Brian. Glad you found it useful. Have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the long weekend. If everyone's got their bunting out, hopefully, for VE Day tomorrow. Lovely. Thank you. All right, then. Well, hopefully I will see you again next month. And in the meantime, just let us know if you need anything. Thanks, everyone.